Hello webpage students, welcome back to tutorial number 3. And in this tutorial we are going to work on your index structure and copy the files that you need to complete this tutorial. So very first we're going to start off with copying the content that you need, and I'm going to show you how to go ahead and to do that. You're going to go into your computer file and you're going to scroll down. Actually on this side for me, you're going to scroll down until you find the passouts file. You'll click on the high school passouts file. You'll click on my name. You'll scroll all the way down until you see my last name, and then you'll open the web page development and design folder, the Shears design files, and then you're going to go into Shears project images and you're going to organize, and you will select all, and then you will organize and you will copy. After that, you're going to go in your root directory folder, your local root directory folder, and you go into the images folder and you're going to just paste these images in that folder. There are actually 52 different images that are associated with this website. So that's why it's really important to have an image folder. Now, there are a couple of other files that you're going to need to copy. You're going to need to copy different things, like you're going to have to copy the CSS print and style sheets. So you're going to want to highlight those, Control C, and then you're going to go back into the Shears design file. You're going to find, oh, we don't have a CSS folder, so let's make a CSS folder. So we'll do new folder, CSS, and then we're going to click in that folder and we're going to Control V or paste those in there, as well as you're going to need JavaScript files. So you're going to go back into that JavaScript file, but you're going to go back into, let's see, where's the pass out? Okay, that's not it. I think that is, yeah. So we're going to find this jQuery one, and then we're going to copy that over. So copy, and we're going to copy that in our JavaScript file, and we're going to paste it in there. And then we're also going to go back. Sorry, I went back to the wrong file, so I'll click that back into the high school and back into my name, and we're going to copy the other one that said Timothy. So I'm going to go back into that design tutorial, Control C and Control V, and we're almost done. We need a PHP file, which I'm going to explain that to you a little later on because that's more complex than this tutorial allows for, but we're just going to create that folder. We're going to open it up, and that's a mail form. This is a contact form that is actually designed in JavaScript that we're going to use as part of this website. So I'm going to copy that in there. So you should have a CSS and images, a JavaScript, and a PHP folder with stuff in there, as well as all of these pages, about, contact, index, products, and services. You probably don't have the services page yet because we didn't create it in last tutorial. So you're going to go into Dreamweaver, you're going to go into files, click on this little folder with the whole site, and you'll click new file, and actually you'll create your services page. I'm just going to delete this untitled file because I've already created it. So now we are ready to start adding content to our indexed page. We'll open up our index page. I'm going to actually go into code view for right now. And I have a couple of things that I want us to do first and foremost. I want us to go back into our Shears design files, and I want you to open this HTML5 student document, and you can see there's a bunch of code in there. So I'm going to just Control C, and then I'm going to go back into Dreamweaver, and I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to Control V over top of it, and you can see that that code is in there. So what I'd like for us to do is not worry about anything here in the head, but let's start with our body. We just have this div code, which is a lone code, so we're just going to delete that. And we're going to start by creating our body divs. There are going to be several of them that we're going to use for this particular website. So I'm going to do a split design just so you can see it. I've made my screen a little bit wider on this side so we have room to type. So the first div that we're going to type in is going to be our div ID equals, in quotes, you're going to put top nav. And top nav, and then we're going to end with the ending div code, stands for the top navigation bar. And then the next div that we're going to do is actually going to be for our div equals, our div ID equals, and that one is going to be our slider. So we'll type that in, and then we'll end our div code. And then we're going to go through and we're going to type in several other divs. Okay, now that I've put in a couple of divs, I need to show you something and explain how this is going to work. At the top of your body, I want you to go in and I want you to place in a... Now, let's look at our body. This div ID equals wrapper. I want you to place that in the top, very top of all your divs. And then at the very bottom, I want you to put an ending div tag. Now in between, you're going to have a logo div, a top nav div, which is for your top navigation, the slider div, which will be where your banner is going to go, and then you're going to have a content div for all of your content, and then the web page that we're doing has a right side column, so you're going to have a div for that. Remember, this is your ending wrapper div tag. Up here's the front top part of the wrapper, and the second part is down here. What I would do to make this kind of aligned, you're going to want to always tab in your div tags, because then that way you can see what that looks like. Now, Dreamweaver isn't like HTML where they had those nice little lines on the side that helps you to see the div tags, but so you really want to make sure you pay attention to your spacing. And the last div ID that you're going to actually put in below the body is the footer ID with your ending div tag, and I've got to put an ending div tag here. So this is the structure of what your body should look like. So now that we've develop the structure, this tutorial is getting a little long, so I'm going to stop here, and then in our next tutorial we're going to go ahead and add some content to this page. Thank you and good luck.